Some may say it's better to be pissed off than pissed on, but for Al Wilson, it's better to have a shower with your shirt on than your shirt off. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling. It is 17th of October 2002. I'd have been 2 years old on my birthday. Maybe that's why Al Wilson didn't want to take his clothes off, because he knew I was watching. But what was that all about?
Or maybe he's got the brain of a 2-year-old.
It could be, but he certainly does not look 2-year-old though.
Takes his jacket off, takes his shoes off, then gets in the shower with his fucking shirt on and his pants on. I mean, I can almost accept the pants, like, because you don't really see from his waist down. But fuck me, what was the reason the guy couldn't take his shirt off?
Yeah. Like, it wasn't even unbuttoned, it was fully buttoned, man. The guy looked like he was going to a funeral. And like, it's not even like the shower wasn't on, the shower was on.
It just looked like he was walking home in the rain or something like that. Torrential rain.
Here comes the rain again. For Big Al, well, you know what? He's dropping the ball every opportunity.
I don't know. Is it a thing where he didn't want to be naked in the shower with Don Marine or something like that?
Yeah, but come on. Well, but
what's the difference at him having a shirt on or off? Like, I mean, you could almost accept it if it was the other way about.
Yeah, I just don't know. No, but like I said, it wasn't even unbuttoned. Like, I mean, it was fully on. I mean, could we not even got like half unbuttoned where it looked like he was taking it off in the shower? Fucking weird. But anyway, right, SmackDown kicks off with a match.
Sums up this show, to be honest.
Yeah, this show was pretty pish, if I'm being honest, right?
Halfway there.
There was no Stephanie McMahon opener. It was just tag team match. Are you ready?
Straight into it. Rey Mysterio and Edge versus Ron Simmons and Devon. Did anyone really think Ron Simmons and Devon was going to win this match? I certainly did not.
I'm surprised they made it this far in a tournament that only consisted of like 2 people, but they're here.
8 teams, mate.
8 teams, 16 people. But yeah, Devon and Ron Simmons, you know what? The match was always going to be Rey and Edge against Angle and Benoit for me. I'm not saying the Guerreros had no chance, but they were like the only 3 teams that had any sort of chance.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's exactly where it went down. Edge and Rey win pretty easily. I actually thought it was a pretty fun match. Eddie and Chavo then led the SmackDown to Edge and Rey after the match. Frog splash to Edge. So yeah, Edge and Rey win, but they get battered after the match. And you know what? I thought, decent start to SmackDown, but for me, the matches ain't really the problem with SmackDown. For me, it's been the segments recently. But anyway, we'll get to them a bit later on, because I actually didn't mind this segment between Funaki and Tajiri. She loco. You call me loco, Tajiri? So yeah, we've got a match between Tajiri as the guest referee and Jamie Noble and Nydia. So it's the first ever boyfriend-girlfriend match, and to be honest, I don't think we'll ever have one after this. Do you recall one?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think they said SmackDown, and maybe there's been one on Raw before, but I don't recall any. I can't actually think of any 2 people that would go one. I mean, I think Nydia and Jamie Noble are like the only 2 that would go one-on-one.
No, because I think anytime there's even a chance it's been ex-boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they want to do Kane against the blow-up doll version of Katie Fick or something next week.
Did we ever get Matt Hardy versus Lita? I don't know. Chris Jericho against Trish? I don't know. I just can't really recall current boyfriend and girlfriend having a match. Maybe ex, but not current.
Yeah, like current just doesn't really make much sense, unlike here, you're absolutely crazy. But yeah, Jamie Noble wins. He doesn't really want to hit Nydia, but it was just a match full of roll-ups. I don't know what to expect though for this match.
Yeah,
it was funny. You know, it was all right. It served what it had to be served. But next up,
served its purpose.
Undertaker. He's not feeling it. You're not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. The crowd aren't feeling it.
They're sticking with this whole not Katie Fick. It's
actually making Katie Fick look good.
Yeah, Tracy with no second name.
Just Tracy, but yeah, Taker says that.
Who cares? It's hardly crime of this. No, I get it, right? But I mean, the Undertaker. I just feel like there's so many better people you could have had this.
Storyline with.
Yeah, I just don't care about the dead man.
See, back in 2002, I mean, kayfabe was still alive to a degree. Obviously, like, you know, it wasn't like the 80s, but they're trying to paint a picture here that Undertaker, you know, was dating this woman back in 95. If we look back at 95, Taker was, you know, like real dead man. Like the 90s, I mean, come on. It's even like with Kane. It's like they've just absolutely butchered the kayfabe version of Kane and Taker for me.
Yeah, because Taker was the dead man and Kane was probably in some mental institution or something.
But over the past couple of weeks, they've lived these normal lives and
They've been out dating and
killing women. Well, in Taker's case, he wasn't really killing her, but in Kane's case, he was. But for me, this is just. I mean, it wouldn't even if you bloody did this perfectly, it wouldn't even be good. But the fact it's just cringy and awful, and Taker yeah, I have seen her before, man. I lied, but it was a long time ago, way before I met my wife Sarah. Who gives a fuck? You're the dead man. You're the American badass. I mean, we're led to believe a month ago this guy's waving the flag. Yeah, fuck the terrorists. I'm going to beat Test. Now he's crying over a woman.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I mean, come on, man. Honestly,
maybe it's a Canadian woman. I don't know.
He says the last week of his life has been hell, but guess what? It's going to be nothing compared to the hell I'm going to put Brock through in the cell. I mean, I just didn't like this promo for Taker.
No, I just don't think it helps this material that he's got to work with.
No, it doesn't.
I thought they were going to drop this Tracy shit after 1 week. I thought it flopped, and they're like, right, screw this. Plus,
the show did kick off, by the way, with a whole promo package about this.
But once she's already come out and spilled the beans, what is the reason for her still being here?
Yeah, there's no reason. You just need Taker coming out and explaining his side of the story. We do not why is she getting more screen time than a lot of people? It doesn't make any sense to me. But you know what? What doesn't make any sense to me is Eddie Guerrero and Chavo Guerrero. They open the dressing room door and Chris Benoit standing there like the murderer that he is.
This was fucking awkward. They were standing in here for a good 5 minutes with Eddie having to basically plead and beg and convince Benoit that he's not the one that was behind attacking them last week. Then Eddie was getting upset that Benoit wouldn't believe him. Benoit the entire time's just standing there like a statue.
Chavo's in mouse mode.
Then Chavo eventually says, shame on you, Benoit, for not believing Eddie. He's been like a brother to you. Eddie's all worked up. Eddie wants to fight Benoit, and then Chavo drags him out the dressing room. It's the acting, I think, was poor.
It was poor. You know what, right? I'm not denying that Guerrero has energy, but you need to manifest it into something worthwhile, not a fucking throwaway segment.
I mean, I've always said that I think Eddie Guerrero's one of the most overrated guys of all time. And that's not me saying I don't think he's good, but people rate him as if he's one of the best ever in ring and promos, and I just don't see it.
Yeah, but do you not think in most of these segments he does like this, it's always the same. It's always the same stick. It's always it's always the overacting. What is this obsession though with him and Chavo wanting to be best buds with Benoit? What the fuck are we doing here? Oh, we want to get Benoit on our side. Realistically, right, Benoit will just want to win the match because he'll want to win championship gold for himself. He doesn't give a fuck about Angle, but he'll do it for himself, will he not?
Yeah, and he won't want to attack Angle because he doesn't want to suspend it for you.
Yeah.
So I don't see the end game for...
Shame on you, Benoit. Who jumped when we went from WCW to the WWE? I mean, who gives a fuck? It's ancient history, man. Honestly. Anyway, John Cena cuts a weird pre-match interview. Billy Kidman tapped out. Not me. I'm a Power Ranger. But
it's weird. He wasn't staring into the camera and he wasn't staring at the interview. He was kind of just staring into no man's land.
Yeah, and
whether this was on purpose or not, I don't know.
He came out, he threw a couple of W's up, World Life, and then he walked to the ring like he shot himself.
He looks very stiff.
He does.
He looks robotic. You can definitely see why he's called the prototype.
No, you can. And then during the match, the crowd just fucking turned on him and started chanting Cena sucks. Don't blame them. But he won.
He did win. Roll up, pull the tights.
Feet on the ropes, good night.
Pretty much every cheap manoeuvre you could think of.
Yeah, and you know what? Cena's had to turn heel and Orton's had to turn heel. I think it's almost even as early as this, you're beginning to see that when they try and force people down your throat, the fans just turn. You never really got to see this really in the Attitude Era.
I know, let's be honest, Randy Orton and Cena are fucking bland as fuck. They are. There's no real reason, unless Cena definitely does develop personality, and Orton to an extent as well. But what we're currently getting for them both is just bland. It's two guys in tights.
I think it just shows you though that you've got to put a lot of praise on Brock Lesnar. He's not had to evolve. He's come in and he's pretty much the same thing he was.
True, but I think he's got it easier because he's just this heel fucking tanky machine, isn't he, really? And that's been enough to get him over. This unstoppable beast. Cena and Orton are trying to be fucking vanilla baby faces, and it's just not working.
True, but let's not kid ourselves. This heel turn for Cena and Orton is not like we'll propel them up the card, is it?
No, it's not, but I feel like it's easier to get booed as a heel than it is to get cheered as a face. Way easier.
True, but Big John.
I mean, it's not even debatable.
Big John picks up the victory, though, doesn't he?
He does, I've already discussed that.
Well, he does. Big John, what's the future going to hold for John?
Fucking Velocity.
Velocity, buddy, right? Send Tracy to Velocity. Why is she getting so much fuck? Storm's in. It's like, you know what? Taker came clean about the relationship, but he's still lying. I slept with The Undertaker 10 days ago.
Like, I don't even think she becomes a member of the roster or nothing. I think she's gone after this.
Yeah,
it's not like she's someone they're hiring to be... This isn't her debut into the company. Like, I think she's literally just here for this.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's an actress that they've brought in, or is she like a diva search person, or... I couldn't tell you who she is. I've no idea who she is.
No, I've no idea who she is. And Stephanie says, you know what, you've no respect for me, the dead man, or SmackDown. Get out of here. Then Paul Heyman's like, it's alright. Just wait for us in the car. Why the fuck are you tag team with her?
She's already served her purpose. I mean, let's just move on here.
It just makes zero sense. And then Heyman's like, you know what, you need to get rid of Undertaker's cast because he's beat up Matt Hardy. He bloodied Matt Hardy. He bloodied Brock. They're the future of SmackDown, not The Undertaker.
It's just, it doesn't make any sense. They're going into a Hell in a Cell match. I mean, Hell in a Cell is all about blood. Heyman says that cast is a weapon, and so what?
And Stephanie's a face. It's not even like she's a heel and would want to favour Brock.
Weapons are legal in Hell in a Cell. It makes no logical reason as to why that cast would be banned.
No, yeah, and then like interview Taker next with Stephanie, he says here, the whole reason I'm wearing this cast because Brock broke my hand. Exactly. So what is the big fucking deal?
True.
I mean, if he got his hat, if you ask me, that makes no sense to me, man. Honestly, it's like Brock, like he's betrayed as such a beast, but like greeting about the fact that Taker's got this cast. Well, why'd you break his hand then? Why don't you break his fucking leg while you're at it? And then Undertaker smashes the lampshade with his wrist. Oh yeah. Right. Anyway, Chuck Palumbo, the debut of Chuck Palumbo, I guess, because
he's found a second name. That name could have been Gunn a few weeks ago. Turns out it's not though. So he's going to have to stick with Palumbo.
It's Palumbo, and I tell you what...
Chuck Gunn, would that have worked?
He actually lasted... Oh, it could have worked. Well, maybe not, like, but...
Yeah, no, he had a decent match with Brock Lesnar. And you know what? Brock Lesnar is willing to work with people and put their moves over and shit, so fair play.
Just don't sandbag him, you'll be alright.
We even seen a belly overhead suplex with Chuck Palumbo and Brock Lesnar.
No, it was good. And what I liked about this is, though, you see Lesnar, he wins the match, obviously, but he just sells his ass off for Taker. That's been the highlight of this feud for me. Brock Lesnar's selling.
Aye.
I mean, he sells the punches like he fucking... Like they're going out of fashion, man. He's flying over the ring. He's flying into the corner. The blood's spewing everywhere, man. Security guards managed to break it up, but Brock's face is completely busted open. But didn't we see this on Raw with Kane or the copy in it? Who really knows? Backstage, we've got Tori Wilson with...
Wait, what are you talking about?
Well, no, the editor's note put that in, and I guess we kind of did see a similar segment where Kane gets split up with security guards after beating up Triple H at the end of the show. So, you know, it is a very similar feud, I think.
Did we really see that? What I remember happening is the Lumberjacks coming in.
No, after the match, Kane, he did. Security came out after Kane managed to get back. But what I would say is, Ric Flair is Heyman. You've got the Monster, well, kind of Monster and Taker. It's very similar feuds, I think. How was your week, buddy?
I don't recall that at all. I recall Triple H and Flair making their way up the ramp while Harvard, Connecticut, Chris Nowinski took a chokeslam.
Well, hold on, right? Online World of Wrestling says it happened. I'm going to back him.
No, I don't. I'm pretty sure it ended with Kane chokeslamming the Lumberjacks.
I'm not on about the ending. I'm on about during the show.
Right, fair enough.
Fair enough, right. But anyway, Al Wilson... Instead of taking some clothes off here, he puts the clothes on and he says, oh, these flowers are for you, Tori Wilson, but are they for her? Of course they're not for her, they're for fucking Dawn Marie.
She accepts him anyway, like the dumb blonde that she is.
Yeah, and then she gives him to a female crew member and gets ready for a match, which
was probably the best thing of this show, because we got to see Matt Hardy debut his new entrance where he comes out with the Titantron and We see like the graphics built in, and it gives you like the Mattitude facts, and it's got the whole loading screen, username, passwords. Matt Hardy version 1, the password goes in, then it loads up, hits 100%. Oh yeah, down. Matt comes out. You've got Matt Hardy on the signature, and then it says the facts. Matt Hardy has beaten Undertaker 2 straight times.
Brilliant. And you know what? I'm going to make a controversial claim. I actually think mixed tag matches around this era are some of the best stuff you'll get in the show. I'm not saying everyone, but I think most of the time they are.
I don't like these ones where I only like mixed tag matches where both people can be in the ring at the same time.
No, I get your point, but I think this was funny. I think we've seen on Raw, we've seen like Molly Holly, Regal, Bubba Ray, Trish. They've been good ones.
No, they have been, but I think the majority of those matches have been anybody can be in the ring with anybody.
Yeah, but I like the comedy element of this match.
No, they do.
I liked Rikishi picking up Dawn Marie and just throwing her like a fucking football at Matt Hardy.
No, it was pretty good, but I just think it destroys the tag team dynamic when the other person has to automatically come into the ring after a tag. It would just make zero sense for you to fucking tag. If you have the upper hand, why would you tag out and make it a level playing field? By having to, when you have to get the ring, and the person you've been beating up has to also get the ring, and their fresh partner comes in. It makes zero sense.
No, absolutely, I agree with that. But Matt Hardy ends up shoving Dawn Marie's face right up Rikishi's ass. And then
it was pretty fun. I did like that. So they're both in the corner. Rikishi goes for the stink face. Matt manages to grab Dawn Marie's face and use it as a shield.
Yeah, and he was laughing.
And then then Tori Wilson's got a small package on Dawn Marie, and Matt rolls her through for the 1-2-3 while he knocks Rikishi off the apron. So Dawn Marie picks up the win. Tori Wilson after the match hits a low blow on Matt, then hits a slap on Dawn Marie, and Rikishi hits the big running butt drop maneuver into the corner. Matt's in position for the stink face. Rikishi's going to give him it. He doesn't want it. Then Tori gets in the way, and she's going to do it. And then Matt's loving his life, and he's closing his eyes, waiting for it. But she switches places again with Rikishi, and Rikishi wipes his ass all over Matt's face. And I mean, come on, Matt. Did you really think Tori Wilson was going to do it?
I know, he should have opened his eyes because he would have been fucking saved here.
Although for me, this is kind of the same stipulation that Eric Bischoff made with Stephanie McMahon at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
What's the difference? What is the difference? Bischoff says if Billy and Chuck beat 3-minute warning, I'll kiss your ass. What's the difference between that and Tori Wilson rubbing her ass in Billy Gunn's face?
Yeah, there's no real difference. Billy Gunn's face?
Oh no, Matt Hardy's face.
Fuck, Billy Gunn wasn't on this show, where is he? But yeah, no, I totally get that point. So, yeah, you know what? There's been a lot of things recently that haven't made sense, and that's one of them. Because, like, it's a win-win for Bischoff, really. Right, backstage, we've got Paul Heyman and Brock again crying. Oh, what are you going to do about this cast? Fuck off, man.
You know what? See, looking back at this Brock Lesnar run, it's like, in the ring he can handle himself. In the matches he can handle himself. But in promos he does come across a little bitch at times.
Yeah. Actually, maybe it's better Heyman fucking turning and going with Big Show. Get Brock by himself.
I mean, possibly, because I don't know, Heyman always like fucking crying and squealing and complaining and gurning about, oh, this is not fair on my client, and like, Brock doesn't fucking need to have an advantage to beat Taker.
No. Of course he doesn't, man. I just don't I mean, obviously, like, the cast will play a part, but it's an ODQ match. Brock can use weapons. It's not like Taker's able to use this weapon all match and Brock can't use an equalizer.
Brock can tear Taker's arm off his shoulders and fucking hit Taker with his own cast if he wants. So, I mean...
He can do what he fucking wants. Anyway, we have Angle and Benoit arguing backstage. He's like, you're jealous of my medals. Wait a minute, you're not jealous of my medals. You think I attacked you last week. How the fuck could he think that? Like you said, the cameras prove it was the Guerreros, and Benoit knows it's the Guerreros.
But I think this works with Kurt Angle. I think Kurt Angle pulls this off.
Yeah, Guerreros, the Guerreros don't. Chavo stuck it like a sore thumb.
And Benoit certainly doesn't. That's why Benoit says nothing the entire time. Have you noticed that Benoit and all these things it's been silent?
Yeah, because he's a murderer.
Oh, I didn't go that far.
Oh, well.
No, but...
What do you mean?
No, but Benoit's just not got this ability, I don't think.
Comedic, no, he doesn't.
I mean, Eddie, I guess a little bit, but not really. Chavo doesn't really have it either, but Angle does. Angle can play the goofy character to a T.
Yeah, no, he absolutely can. And you,
But Angle, it's just his delivery is good. He doesn't overdo it. Like Eddie Guerrero does. Eddie Guerrero lays it on thick.
yeah, lays it on spick. He fucking does all right, man. Right, anyway, let's move to the Shore scene. This is where Chavo fucking belongs. Chavo, yeah, that's him. Keep pointing at Al Wilson because Tori Wilson's in a panic. Discovers that the flowers were for Dawn Marie. She goes in to the women's locker room. She finds Sting's fucking clothes. Oh wait, no, it's not Sting's clothes. It's actually Al Wilson's.
Yeah, it's just got his jacket and his shoes on the chair, the steel chair. They've been folded nice and neatly. Where's Al? She can hear like laughs coming from the shower. She opens up the shower, and we have a naked Dawn Marie with, I guess, a fully dressed, fully clothed Al Wilson, minus
So is he?
his shoes and jacket.
So he's just for me. See to go into a shower with your socks on. That's fucking nonsense. Is it worse than the shirt? I don't know.
Maybe he wasn't wearing any socks. We don't know.
Yeah,
There's no proof.
I'm not saying going into the shower wearing shoes is fine because it's not. But if you're going to wear everything else, you may as well wear your fucking shoes. No, what's he doing, man?
I don't know. What is he doing?
No, this is. It hasn't even like they haven't even called this out on Online World of Wrestling. It's like I mean, the water is trickling down his face, and he's sitting there wearing a shirt.
I mean, Dawn Marie looks happy. Al Wilson looks like he's seen a ghost, I guess, and Tori Wilson gets upset about it. She storms off. I mean, I don't really know why she's that upset. I mean, I don't know, maybe jealousy?
Dawn Marie's going to get the money when he dies rather than her.
Possibly. I mean, that chest fund, I don't know.
I tell you what, these two get 2 pay-per-view matches in this feud. Well, that I know of. So it could be 3, potentially. Anyway, moving into our main event, we've got the tag team title semi-final. We've got Benoit and Guerrero. No, we've got Benoit and Angle taking on Los Guerreros. This match just didn't really do it for me. We've got Edge and Ray beating everyone up before the match. Well, I'll say everyone. They beat up Angle and Benoit. Which to me didn't really make much sense because the Guerreros battered them before their match. I guess.
Even the ending, man, you've got Kurt Angle with a ankle lock on Eddie, and then Chavo is about to hit Angle with a chair. Benoit snatches it off him. There's a really good potential here for Benoit to swing the chair at Chavo and hit Kurt Angle by accident.
Yeah.
Which could further, add to the split between Angle and Benoit, and then it could make you think that the match was going to turn in a different direction. Maybe Los Guerreros could win, but when Benoit takes the chair off him, then Angle turns round. It was so obvious he was just going to crack Chavo with it. I mean, so fucking obvious.
I know. Honestly, it's just...
It was like Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan waiting to deliver a chair shot. You just knew what was happening next.
Yeah, you just... Chavo's standing there and you just knew if Benoit's not going to hit Angle straight away, then he's hitting Chavo.
Or else he would have just hit Angle straight away.
Yeah, he doesn't. Angle then hits the Angle Slam on Eddie. 1, 2, 3. They advance to the finals. So we're getting Angle and Benoit against Edge and Ray. I mean, is that the best case scenario here? The SmackDown 6 need fucking shot. Honestly, we said this months ago. I think it just wasted the potential of people in the main event scene. I think it's actually murdered Edge's fucking push.
I don't think sticking people in a tag team's ever the right thing to do, unless they're not doing much as singles. But you've got Rey Mysterio, who just came in, basically made his debut a few months ago, had that great match with Angle. Guy's hot, guy's having good matches. They stick him in a tag team. Edge is coming off the best period of his singles career. Had that feud with Angle, then had a feud with Eddie that wasn't maybe as good, but then they stick him with Ray, and then you've got Kurt Angle and Benoit, 2 guys that could be in the main event scene, and they just stick them in a tag team. I don't know.
No, you look at what happens, right? Taker, I believe, doesn't come back to the Rumble soon, and then they stick Lesnar against fucking Big Show, and then at Survivor Series, it's all these 6 guys in a 2-on-2-on-2 match.
Way to spoil it.
I mean, come on. It's 21 years out of date wrestling. I just feel like Edge does get a title shot at Rebellion, but no one cares about these fucking house shows in Britain, man.
Yeah, that's essentially what they are. They can classify them as pay-per-view, but it's just a big house show.
Yeah, like, if you're going to have Taker lose, like, 3 pay-per-views in a row to Brock, why can't Edge have, like, a pay-per-view match against Brock? Honestly, I don't get it. And like I said, I think it just killed the momentum of half these people. What I would say is I think it helped the likes of Chavo, but out of the 6, I think Chavo's only the realistic one that got helped.
Well, I mean, if Chavo wasn't in this SmackDown 6, then where would he be? At best, competing for the Cruiserweight Championship, and even then, man, I don't think he'd be Cruiserweight Champion at the moment.
No. Jamie Noble has that. Anyway, it's time to end this SmackDown show because Stephanie's in the ring. She's like, I'm going to make my decision about the cast in the ring.
Calls it Brock, calls it Heyman because it affects both of them. Then she says dramatically that The Undertaker will be allowed to use his cast at No Mercy. Very dramatic here. Anticlimactic at the same time as well. I mean, I think we all knew she was going to say that. I think we all knew that was going to be the answer. This was just... I just don't get it. It's a fucking cast, right? Yeah, Taker could use it as a weapon, but they were making this seem as if it was like a groundbreaking announcement. They tried to portray it as if it was going to change the future of SmackDown for years to come. It's a fucking cast.
Yeah. Like... I think SmackDown's been doing that a lot recently with Stephanie McMahon.
Paul Heyman was basically saying, look, if you keep this cast, it'll change SmackDown forever.
I remember a couple of weeks ago it was, I'm going to announce what your stipulation's going to be. Not yet. Later on tonight. It just seems like copy and paste here on SmackDown. And then Taker runs down after Brock gets in Stephanie's face. It was a bit creepy. Pretty much the way he did to Sarah. And then we get a big brawl. Busts open Brock again. Brock's selling his ass off. Then you've just Heyman in the corner getting pummeled.
No, but this is the equivalent of Eric Bischoff debating all night and waiting in the main event. Raw goes off the show is like Bischoff deciding whether Triple H can use a sledgehammer in his match.
Yeah, it just wouldn't work, would it?
Triple H, see your hardcore anything goes match. I'm debating whether or not you can use a sledgehammer. It's fucking Hell in a Cell. If Taker wants, he could bring a cast in anyway. Or keep a cast under the ring. Or bring weapons to him. Yeah. How the fuck can he... I don't get this. If it was a normal match, I could understand it. But it's Hell in a Cell. Where do you draw the line? What weapons do you draw the line at?
It just feels like, here, no DQ match, but if Triple H uses a weapon, he gets disqualified at Mania 25. Similar vibes.
It just made no sense. They tried to portray this decision as if it was groundbreaking, and at the end of the day, I mean, it's not really.
No, it's not. But is this a groundbreaking rating? I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. Not that good.
Like, could Taker legally could put anything on his hands that he wanted?
I know. Could tape them up and put some fucking nails on them.
Glue and fucking shards of glass or something. I mean, it's...
Do what he wants.
I'll give it a 4. I'll get 4. It wasn't very good, honestly. I enjoyed the Matt Hardy stuff. I liked the Matt Hardy tag match in the entrance. I mean, other than that, there's not a lot to enjoy for this show. Really not.
No, there's not, guys. SmackDown is really disappointing. But will the SmackDown side of No Mercy have some mercy on our souls? Find out on Sunday. But until then, peace.